Speaker Mike Johnson of Louisiana had to bring in the big gun last week, President Trump, to pressure House Republican holdouts into passing one of the largest tax cuts in U.S. history. There were many points in the final couple of weeks where the entire thing appeared that it would fall apart, Johnson told the Post in a phone interview Friday, before touting Trump's influence. He's the ultimate deal maker. He literally wrote the book on it. So when he speaks, people listen, and that's been a great benefit to us. The nearly $4 trillion budget reconciliation package, which will avoid a massive tax hike next January and make Trump's 2017 individual rate cuts permanent if passed in the Senate, was the culmination of a year's work with 11 committee chairs, but wrapped up in the last 48 hours before a vote following high-stakes, round-the-clock negotiations with the Republican conference's so-called five families. I think it was Vince Lombardi that said, "Victory loves preparation," right? Johnson paraphrased. It required a long, thoughtful plan, and that's what we did. Sources with direct knowledge of the 11th-hour White House and Speaker's office meetings before the changes said Trump's colorful rhetoric was key, with one noting how holdouts recognized the gravity of that moment when the most powerful man on the planet knows you're the problem. "Don't blow this opportunity," the president fumed in the meeting held in the cabinet room of the executive mansion. "Get it done." Johnson and he deployed something of a good cop, bad cop dynamic initially, though the speaker became far more forceful in the hours before the final vote, with one source saying it became very clear early on that the time for negotiation was over. Those additions later had to be written into a manager's amendment, which was placed on the bill as it was moving through the House Rules Committee, run by Chairwoman Virginia Foxx, RNC, for more than 20 hours straight to get the bill to the floor in the early hours of Thursday morning. "I'm concerned about my children, my grandchildren, and the fact that we are stealing from them," Senator Ron Johnson, R. Wisconsin, vented Thursday. $37 trillion in debt and we're going to add to it as Republicans? That is unacceptable, and that's why there's no way I'm going to vote for this bill in its current form. Beginning in March 2024, the House Speaker and Majority Leader Steve Scalise, RLA, met with committee chairs to hash out a reconciliation bill they believed Trump would sign after winning back the White House. With each new promise from the president, "We needed to fulfill it," Johnson said. "The load got a little heavier, but we went to work and got the necessary parties involved." Sometimes the delicate balance of pacifying the Republican factions made it seem like he was crossing the Grand Canyon on a piece of dental floss, he said he told Joe Pers in a Senate luncheon last week.